Yep. Let me know where your counter's at, or when it says go. I'm going to pause until you say go. Are you at go? Oh. I'm just going to let you commentate, because I have a feeling my headset's the one at fault. We are seeing a bit of jumping from Smarty's screen. We might have a little bit of Australian internet going on, and it's not just the stream. Oh, good! Good turn here. Yes, so that was the cap, but they did extend all of their resources on that, I believe. Oh, hang on a moment. Apparently you're not audible to the stream. I'm going to have to check something, because I do hear you every now and then. But I'm going to have to confirm after this match. This is looking very strong for Part-Time Pirates. We are seeing... Yeah, control flip there. Give me one moment. I'm just going to hand over to my assistant. And we're going to try and fix up this audio for you. Thanks, guys. Let's see if I can get Gabe up. Yep. Yeah, keep talking, and once you're audible, I'll let you know.
The zone from ProXii, but that's taken up very quickly by Part-Time Pirates. Good job on their part.
Alright, I think you should be audible now. I'm hoping.
Audible. Splashdown coming from Smarty works to some extent, but it gets splattered immediately afterwards. Jackie doing a nice job on the top of the zone in the bunker, gets a nice splat on one. Is able to find a second. And this counter is going down even faster for Part-Time Pirates now. They've gotten rid of their penalty. Jackie going for a bomb rush. And that should be game. There it is. So ProXii unable to keep numbers up for a large majority of that game. And
sorry, Gabe. I'm seeing you talking, but the audio is not coming through to my headset, so I'm hoping that he's making it to the stream now. I'll get my little gremlins on it.
Is his name Nico Sar?
Excellent, so we're going to head to our second Splat Zones match. Good strong control from Part-Time Pirates there. I'm probably just talking over Gabe, but I'm just going to keep the road on the show on the road. Testing, testing, Gabe. Are you still there?
Yes, I am. I believe I'm back.
Alright, let's see if that works a bit better.
I'm gonna refresh my stream.
Yep.
Gabe's muted in Discord.
49.
Give me one moment.
Hello, we're gonna go into game 2 of Part-Time Pirates versus ProXii on Splat Zone's Inkblot Art Academy.
And give me a countdown again when...
Go. Ready? Go. Rip.
Alright, I might be slightly ahead of you. Sorry, slightly behind you. That's alright.
455, 53, 52.
Oh, we're pretty close. Good work.
Alright. Well, we're watching Marwile right now. He's already got a baller with the Aerospray RG. He's gonna just miss out on a splat. But, gets splattered there from the middle by Jackie, I believe, the sniper for Part-Time Pirates. And they're in good control right now.
Just gonna get a bit of a top-down view here in a second. Ooh.
So I got a couple of specials going on at the same time.
Yeah, that inkjet, they're not quite able to get that control of the zone, and unfortunately, yeah, they did end up 3 players down.
Yeah, Part-Time Pirates pretty much getting 3 for nothing there. Able to control the zone as well as keep all their players alive.
Oop. I'm just going to see whether we can get this last minute neutralization. See if ProXii can move in here.
Yeah, Marwell with the baller coming in on the side, and Manly up on top with the brush. It's a very good position for him, but I'm not sure if he can capitalize.
Can they stop it? They've stopped it. And
Yeah.
yes, they've got the cap.
Yep, that's a penalty applied to Part-Time Pirates. Be interesting to see how ProXii maintain control of their zone, because we haven't seen that so far yet. They haven't had a chance, really.
Ooh. Let's see whether they can continue asserting control on the point here.
We got 2 up the top for ProXii right now. Manly able to get 1 splat, but gets traded out by Chris with the Splattershot Pro. And that is 3 down for ProXii right now, so P2P can have a relatively easy time capping it, or can they?
Oh, no, they still haven't.
With
There
the
we go.
rain, they will.
They took their time with it.
Yep. Such is the nature of Inkblot Art Academy splat zones. But ProXii now going 3 down again. They really just need to keep numbers and push in as a team. They're sort of going in 1 by 1 at the moment. But now with Jackie bomb rushing, not sure if they're going to be able to achieve that.
Let's see. Oh, unfortunately.
Not catching out Dino there.
Oh, and that baller. Oh, might be able to drop down. No, not able to get quite the right positioning. Unfortunately, pincered by the Part-Time Pirates members.
Yeah,
we are seeing.
Not much of a baller main, and yep, that'll be another knockout for the Part-Time Pirates.
Yeah. Alright, well we're moving to tower control next, and I think one of the points of things that we're wanting to do today with the scrims is form a bit of feedback for the team. So while we get set up on tower control Moray, I'd be interested to see if there was anything that stood out to you about how things went for the teams there.
For Part-Time Pirates, like once they were in control, they were doing nice aggressive pushes into ProXii's base to keep the numbers to a minimum. What ProXii really needs to do there is sort of group up charge some specials and group up, and then try and go in as a team. What they're doing is they're getting caught out sort of on their platform before they can really stage a sort of retake into their zone. So that's a good job by part-time pirates to keep them out of it.
Yeah, and I think of these teams, part-time pirates are a bit more practiced. We do know that ProXii is a new team, so actually they've been doing quite well at managing to get those little clutch grabs. They just need to work on their coordination a bit more to be able to not just be running in a bit desperate.
Yeah, Mawile, from what I've seen, Mawile is doing a good job in farming Baller, as the Aerospray RG should do.
Yeah, able to move in insanely fast with that Baller. We were still syncing up timing, and Baller was ready.
Yeah, so I would say Smarty is the main slayer on that team, and he's been doing sort of enough work. It's just that the follow-up just isn't quite there yet from Manly's brush.
Alright, I've just got battle time.
Yep.
Good, we're pretty
Loading
much
in.
in sync.
Cool. So Tower Control Moray, one of the maps that's more sniper, well, more E-leader friendly, really. Jackie's going to opt to stick with that, and Dino's going to go with the E-leader scope. So we've got the teams rolling out. We've got Dino taking a slow approach to the snipe. Jackie's already in position, but Dino's quite a fair way away. I'm not sure if that's because he's not quite an E-leader main, but yeah, interesting to see how he uses this on this map.
But we do have ProXii already down a couple of players, so PTP making their move.
Yep. So the tower's already... what is happening on that?
I think the Inkstorm was able to get that splat on both Jackie and Udon, and an assist to boot, so that Inkstorm did very well for Dino there.
Yeah, absolutely. But PTP now re-establishing control. Mawile, unfortunately, a bit caught out on PTP snipers. They were respawning. So I suspect this will be another push for part-time pirates very soon. Although, as I say that, another Inkstorm coming out, but Dino unfortunately going down. And part-time pirates on another push. They didn't clear that checkpoint, so they'll have to clear it yet again.
So we are seeing Udon on the tower.
Oh, we got a baller, but the splash wall saving part-time pirates.
Ooh. Splat there from Dino, and we're seeing this inkjet. Oh, Smarty, actually quite a good move there, moving off the map to avoid being splattered.
Jump back into your inkjet spot. That's good awareness for him. Not sure if it was intentional, but effective.
Yeah, it worked quite well. So yeah, for players who don't know, if you do go off the map with your inkjet, it will terminate prematurely, and you'll get to jump back to where you activated from.
So now we got a couple moving ahead of the tower, but there's one on the old zone that ProXii needs to look out for. I believe it's a brush.
Ooh. ProXii have made it to checkpoint 1, but I think now they've got an issue that then being concentrating on the tower means that they're not able to clear out the part-time pirate players that are there to stop their push.
I think what happened was they tried to clear out snipe, but they were already on ramp or old zone, ready to defend the tower push from the checkpoint. So we've got a 2v2 situation right now, and
we saw some interesting things there. Growler getting caught out by a splat bomb. We saw Mawile getting on the tower with, Baller not under any particular threat, but able to, get a bit of room. And now ProXii having a decent push here with potential. Oh, Udon raining down with
as
the.
I say that, the brush coming in and just clearing out that tower.
Yeah,
and that is actually a full
wipe
now.
Yeah.
So they ended up grouping up, trying to get that tower count down faster, but that was just played straight into the hands of the brush of Udon.
And they weren't able to break the checkpoint penalty there.
Yeah, unfortunately not. As part-time pirates, this push is just going to keep going. They still have a numbers advantage, but Moal doing a decent job, but no.
Ooh,
Two now
I
on the
think,
tower for
yeah.
part-time pirates.
I think we saw ProXii down 3 players again, so
Yep,
this
oh,
push is...
one's getting
Ooh,
done by the...
this might be the
by
knockout.
bomb
We'll
rush.
see. Oh, one splat
Yeah,
and not quite in
Unfortunately, that
time.
splashed down
Yeah.
a little bit too late, yep.
Alright, while we set up for our next match, which will be Sturgeon Shipyard Tower Control, we did get a few bios from the teams about their players, so we might just sprinkle in some facts about the players as we go. So we did see some great work from Udon that game with her Octobrush, and she's been an Octobrush player since Splatoon 1. I think I've seen her talking a lot about the Clash Blaster, but it's not listed on her bio, so...
There has been a league or two where they have used all Clash Blasters.
Yes, I think Part-Time
believe.
Pirates are pretty keen on the... So we're going to Sturgeon Shipyard next, on Tower Control still. Udon is president of the Jackie fan club, of which we did see Double D and Part-Time Pirates join up for a sort of a mixed squad, which they called the Jackie fan club when they came to the LAN in Melbourne a couple of weekends ago. And, all around cool person. I think we have Udon and Jackie and Lila in part all to thank for a particular brand of Australian meme.
Yes. That's what we're known for right now.
Meanwhile, yes, Jackie, which we've been talking about, has been playing charges since the first game. She was pretty much across most of the charges in that game, but reading up her bio, she wants to be playing the Firefin for Splatoon 2.
Yeah, Firefin, obviously a very good choice with that Bomb Rush and Splash Wall, similar to the Bento Splatterscope of Splat 1, but the vanilla Splatterscope has also been popular lately with the buffed Stingray.
And president of her own fan club.
Of course.
Meanwhile, 3 other players I think will be here tonight. I'm not sure when they'll be subbing in and out. We've been a little bit negligent checking for the subs, but Chich, Chris and Growly, I think they are all from Queensland, know each other, came together, I think, into Part-Time Pirates. No, Chris has been separate, but Chich and Growly definitely knew each other in the real world before joining us from Oceanink. And actually, fun fact, when we ran the very, very first Oceanink tournament, Growly and Chich did want to participate in that one, posted on our Squidboards thread and said, unfortunately, we can't play in this one, hope we can be around sometime in the future. So I think it's, 18 months later, and they're with us now. So we're
definitely took their time with that one.
Yeah, we're very happy to have them as part of our community.
Yeah,
we do see that ProXii have set a early lead at 52.
52 is not a bad early push. Let's see if they're able to sort of get another push going and get to that next checkpoint. This map tends to be very snowbally in terms of momentum from pushes. So as we watch on board with Jackie right now with the 5-foot Splatterscope, she's having a little bit of trouble, but not to worry. As Part-Time Pirates are now pushing with an inkjet in front of tower.
Ooh, and they might be able to take the lead there. Interesting on the platforming thing, that's something I struggle with myself, and I'm wondering whether you have any tips for players to improve their just getting around and not getting stuck up, wasting precious time just trying to do simple platforming.
Oh, funny you mentioned that. I run 0 ink resistance myself in Splatoon 2 and have no troubles at all. But that's because I play shooters more often than not. With charges and everything, you just have, it's sort of like a reliance partly on teammates to ink the walls for you as well. So that it really gives you another option in terms of moving around the map a lot easier. So in downtime, you can turf the map as well as some of the walls, as we're going to see a straight
Oh
knockout,
wow!
actually.
Yeah, we are going to see a great knockout from ProXii.
Yeah, absolutely. They
And
they
the whole
got-
map tells the story, doesn't it? We can see that they managed to get quite a bit of turf.
Yep, it's very orange, which means the salmon run egg collectors actually did their job. But
We are headed, to Port Mackerel Rainmaker next. Sorry, I've got an assistant running the...
I love how you just call him an assistant.
I like how you correctly assume that it's Nikasa.
Right, I am. Anyway, but yeah, it's sort of like a team effort to make sure walls are inked so that everyone can move around as freely as they possibly can. And that's paths out, like in Rainmaker, as we're going to see, it's going to be paths from spawn to defend pushes, as well as farming special yourself. I think from what I saw of that game, in amongst discussing some platforming gameplay, was ProXii really like pushing ahead of the tower and essentially doing what Part-Time Pirates were doing to them in getting that repeated spawn cycle going, so that they only ever had 2 or 3 up at any given time. So that was really good by ProXii. I think Smarty was the main proponent there with Inkjet maining with the end parries and getting ahead of the tower.
So we're starting on Port Mackerel for Rainmaker, which in the old game used to have a bit more of a rhythm, a definite point to it, getting to the base of the little climb. Now everything's a little more free-form.
Yeah, it's a little bit more open, of course, with these main street areas being a lot more open. The bumps now are a little less claustrophobic than before. But let's see if there is actually no curling, only one set of curling bombs out for ProXii, which I think curling bombs are very effective on this
Ooh,
map.
we are going to see the Stingray come out, and while able to get one splat, able to see another player in that left channel, get some hits on the Rainmaker shield, but
Yeah, but he's
Ooh.
flanked now, and unfortunately
Oh.
goes down to Growly. And now Part-Time Pirates actually are on the move with 2 players to their advantage.
so Growly getting one splat with the Rainmaker, and PTP hesitating on whether they're going to take the sponge or whether they're going to go straight up the street.
Unfortunately goes straight up the street into the waiting arms of the Sparkling. Manly is Giga pickup? Yes, he is. So now ProXii now with an opportunity to counter push, and 41 is not an unbeatable lead, not in this map. I'd say around 20 is good, but of course you're never safe until you actually dunk it.
Yeah, that's right. Manly being quite cautious here. Could possibly... It's going to depend on the positioning of their teammates. But we're seeing potentially a... Oh, just caught up from behind. So Growler getting
Growler there.
timely splat because the path had been inked.
I think we'll see one from ProXii there. Oh, the curling bomb.
Oh,
very
not quite
close
able to
taking him
get...
out.
Yeah, the importance of turf control there. Growly was able to find a path to exit despite having
Yep.
a couple of knocks from that curling bomb.
Yeah, we also see the importance of the curling bombs, actually. You can just send them down the lane and they literally can't move down it unless... especially with his Stingrays too. Mawile doing a good job. Actually gets the
Yep,
Rainmaker. in
Stingray,
that too.
yep. And we're just going to... It's an interesting situation where they're with all the orange, but really they haven't used that to move the front lines forward. They just have it there for when they want to move in, so...
Yep. Great splat from Mawile onto the Inkjet. Unfortunately, gets taken down from the Sponge. Chris in a fantastic sharking position there. But that's out of position at the moment for this Rainmaker push. Oh, and just goes into the waiting arms of the Splat Bomb.
You can see just the intention there was to set distance. I think perfectly aware that they were going to be splattered at the end of that push, but
Yeah, they really need to get it past that corner though in order to get.
oh,
anyway,
Moa
yeah,
not
part-time
able to
pirates
get.
lead.
Yeah.
As we see Rainmaker getting taken down on the side of Part-Time Pirates. Manly with a nice sharking opportunity, but unfortunately doesn't get it. He has Inkjet ready. Fires it probably a little too early as a panic Inkjet, taken down by Growly there.
did make an attempt to get behind the corner, but unfortunately not sufficiently covered.
Yeah, Inkjet now with the patch, especially with the nerf, increased hitbox, a bit easier to counter. And now I think Part-Time Pirates are going to try and get to work on this Rainmaker, but Udon able to trade one in a 1v3 situation.
Yeah, and we are seeing this.
Oh,
Ooh,
fantastic snipe from Jackie there.
Yeah, and they were able to
Taken out
stop
a
the
couple
Rainmaker
of
as well.
Yep. And now PTP opportunity to counter push now. See if he picks it up. For Part-Time Pirates. It is indeed Jackie the sniper. And she's going down the left side. Oh, Chris, curling bomb. Watch out. Oh, actually
and
spots out Dino
great,
there.
yeah, great sense there, knowing that maybe there will be a squid following that curling bomb and finding the mark.
Yeah, Smarty there, too good for him in that opportunity. Gets the Inkjet, no, into the waiting arms of Udon Brush, who's now able to turf up with 10 seconds to go. That should essentially seal this.
Yep. We are looking at the last 5 seconds. Are they going to pop it or are they going to leave it there? The post-game pop.
Yeah.
Our
way,
final
that was-
game
that-
will be Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker. So we'll be getting that.
That is actually one of my favorites.
That one-
Partially for the chaos, partially because there are really good flanking routes with Inkjet and splashdown opportunities and ballers. But yeah, I think we need to see a few more ballers. What do you think?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that Mawile can provide. One thing that I did notice that match, not hearing the team's voice comms, but possibly there were a few situations where both teams had hesitation around the Rainmaker, and I think there wasn't a defined game, like, that common understanding from the team about where they wanted to push or who was going to grab it. We saw it happen one time when it was on ProXii's side defending. Either, if you want to go into mid and leave the Rainmaker there, it's fine, but you don't hang around, like, ready to get splattered right next to the Rainmaker, while your teammate is also hanging around next to the Rainmaker thinking, are you going to take it or am I going to take it? And I think PTP, even though they did win, had another situation where it was, are we going to go up the sponge or are we going to go up the lanes?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the who picks up the Rainmaker also depends on who has a special or not. Sometimes if you have a splashdown, sometimes you want to be the one that goes ahead and uses the splashdown to help the Rainmaker push. Otherwise, whoever's furthest back usually is the one that grabs it. We're going to see an L3 come out of Part-Time Pirates yet again. With Killing Bomb and the Baller, thankfully.
Oops.
Oh, Mawile getting a double
Wow.
spot with an auto with a chicken. Hello.
Oh, and making a run, yeah. Saw the squid right in front of him and decided to just take the Rainmaker after the double splat. Didn't work out so well. Occasionally that can pay off, but not in this case.
Yeah, he wants that. Obviously, just wants that early lead of 92. As Growly's going to go to work with his main, the Brush, taking it from Udon, I believe.
Ooh, and did that squid
fantastic
escape?
direction
Oh,
from Udon.
I'm actually surprised that Manly was able to get into mid and was almost able to position behind the Rainmaker, but unfortunately, okay.
Hang on, quick sync check. I'm at 350, 351, 350.
Yep, we're at the same. Yep. I may
Okay,
have
cool.
called a player name wrong, possibly.
That's alright. Anyway, Smarty's going to try and go in and get a couple of splats himself, but unfortunately he's met by a baller and the brush. Gets
Oh,
one.
good play!
And Smarty unfortunately going down to Jackie with the nozzle nose. I wanted more ballers and I got one. And now Part-Time Pirate's going to go to work on this Rainmaker with making a bit of rain as well.
Chris risking it past that curling bomb, but good timing there.
Yep. Able to get one on the ink rails. ProXii needs to get this Rainmaker out of here.
Yeah, and unfortunately that concern is keeping them from spreading too much ink on the...
Oh, Jackie, that baller does not go up.
We're just gonna try! Yeah, so Humpback Pump Track, interesting map because the modes where that wall is climbable, the wall is different. Oh, we're gonna have a little bit of delayed pickup there. That's a bit unfortunate. That's a bit of a tricky situation. Sometimes when you're playing with latency, you hope that you have picked it up and you just run your way through. Other times you just want to be very sure you've got it. ProXii unfortunately wiped there.
Yeah, just like Salmon Run where you think you picked up an egg and you haven't really. Same with the Rainmaker. As Udon's just going to go face first into this base of ProXii. It's going to be very effective.
Oh wow! Yeah, finally. Ooh. PDP setting at 22, but getting wiped for it. So leaving ProXii able to take this left side here, and they do have the wall pre-inked.
Yeah, that was almost Splatoon 2 in a nutshell. This curling bomb may or may not kill him.
Ooh.
Yep. That's going to be a
Well, I'm
splat
not
for
even able
Udon.
to trade there, so unfortunate. Dino left
we
as the
have
last player
a
on their team,
ball.
but able to inkjet. Oh, will get brushed down.
Rush down? Is that a new splash down?
Brushed down.
Jackie's going to go to work on this Rainmaker and should pick
Ooh, and the nozzle nose.
Finally, yeah. We did see a baller, so...
Yeah.
Implication
Didn't even
of the
occur to me.
nozzle, Gal and or
It hasn't
Aerospray,
been the
but
most
unfortunately
popular.
a curling bomb.
Oh, curling bomb.
Yeah, you were saying?
As far as ballers go, I've become, my default assumption has just been arrows and oh, good splash down there. However, the point sensor on them. Dino's going to see if they can find whoever's throwing those, but yeah. So for ballers, I've been expecting 52s and arrows a lot. So the nozzle nose was a little bit of a surprise, especially from Jackie.
Yeah, Nozzle Nose actually has a fantastic kit with Curling Bomb as well as the Baller.
Ooh,
And Jackie just
PDP
gets a baller
pushing
kill
with that
on the inkjet.
Rainmaker. Are they going to have the path? Are they going to get a sneaky lead here? No. And not
Unfortunately not.
yeah. And oh, it's all been inked up already.
Yeah, just with that, like they're getting to work on this with double brush. This is actually working out a little bit better than what the comp would suggest. Double brush being one of Riptide's favourites. We'll see them a bit later on. With 10 seconds to go, PTP is just going to hold on to this Rainmaker, I suspect. Actually going to go a little bit forward. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
But with seconds to go. I
That
think
is the
that's
game. So we are going to get ProXii will be sticking around, and Haley's Comets will be hopping in. And while they do that, I guess we'll have a bit of a summary of ProXii's team bio.
Yeah, it's very short and sweet.
Yep.
ProXii is a team that was made essentially for no reason. Towards the end of Splat 1, moving into Splat 2 with a competitive focus in mind. Shenhua and Manly Milkshake came together and formed this team, which has grown to a total of 8 and plan to keep growing, similar to how Part-Time Pirates have functioned, growing their family of players. And we look forward to seeing a bit more of them in the next match.